This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN.Network. And joining me right now is Eira Thomas. She is the president and CEO of Lucara Diamond Corp. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is LUC on the TSX. And you can actually see Eira give an investor presentation at the upcoming Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek hybrid event this year, happening September 8th through the 11th. Please go to the conference website for more information. And with that, Eira, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
I'm terrific, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you. So last time we did a chat was around this time last year. We published that interview on August 24th, 2020. So love to get an update. What would you say are some of the company's highlights in the last 12 months or so?
Sure. Well, it's been a very big year for Lucara. We have been operating at full capacity at the mine in Botswana despite COVID. And we've seen a nice, strong recovery in diamond prices. So that certainly has been heartening. But I think the real big news over the course of the last year is the fact that we now have fully financed our underground expansion project at Karowe, which will allow us to extend our mine life out from basically 23 all the way to 2040. At minimum, with the potential to mine deeper thereafter. So that is a big development for us. You may recall, as we spoke about last year, that the majority of the cash for the underground expansion will be generated from continued open pit mining out to 2026. However, we did basically supplement that now with a debt financing and a smaller equity financing. So we raised a total of $250 million in the last couple of weeks, which will satisfy all of our funding needs for the underground expansion. So we're super excited about that. And we've continued, I think, to deliver some very good diamond recoveries in the last several months as well. We had a very strong quarter in Q2, in fact, and recovered several diamonds over 100 carats. And in fact, our record for the year at the moment stands at, 1 diamond over 1,000 carats, 2 diamonds over 400 carats, 2 diamonds over 200 carats, and a further 12 diamonds between 100 and 200 carats. So the mine is performing well, and our outlook is very positive for the market, and we're really excited to be expanding the mine underground. The only other big highlight for us over the course of the year has really been the performance of Clara, which is our proprietary secure web-based digital marketplace for the transaction of rough diamonds. And we've seen a tremendous increase in volumes transacted through Clara, and we've seen our customer base increase to 84 participants from 20 participants pre-pandemic. So Clara is coming along nicely, and we are starting to increase the volume of third-party sales on that platform as well. So maybe I'll just pause there, Robert, and see if you've got any questions for me around that.
Would you say that with all these highlights, I mean, do they fall in line with some of your expectations that you had for the last 12 months? I mean, COVID obviously notwithstanding, but would you say they fell in line?
They really did, and I mean, I think it's a testament to the quality of the asset and the ability to run that asset well. We've got a really strong team in Botswana. A testament to our progress has really been the fact that we've been able to secure this debt facility from 5 leading lenders coming out of Europe and Africa. These are all big banks that have lots of experience lending into mining projects. And so to get through that credit committee approvals process, I think really shows and demonstrates that we have a robust mining operation, and we've got a robust underground expansion project ahead of us.
Very good. So then from what you can tell us now moving forward, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts for the rest of 2021 going into 2022?
Well, we didn't adjust any of our kind of guidance or outlook with the exception of minor adjustments to production based on changes to the mine plan. But our view is that we've come into a very strong diamond market, the strongest we've seen in several years. We are continuing to be conservative. We are still managing COVID. And in Africa in particular, the crisis continues, particularly with this new Delta variant. So that is something that we continue to manage very, very carefully. And so we are being conservative in our outlook. Having said that, the demand for diamond jewelry continues to be very, very strong. And so we are hoping and expecting that our performance will be strong for the latter part of the year as well, which sets us up nicely for continued investment in the underground. And we are planning to spend over $100 million on the underground in 2021. We're well on our way in doing that. Most of that money has been invested from Lucara cash flow, but we will be starting to draw down on that debt facility now in the coming weeks.
Very good. And one last question, you've been in the diamond industry now for many years. You just said that the diamond industry is stronger than you've seen in a long time. What are some reasons for that?
The fundamentals of the business are finally starting to play out the way we've been, predicting for several years now. But, ultimately, a number of large world-class diamond mines are nearing their natural end of life. And we saw Argyle close its doors last year. And that is starting to have a real impact on supply. So we don't see a lot of new supply coming along on the horizon, and yet demand is continuing to strengthen. And I think, a good thing to point out is that you've got large companies like Louis Vuitton, which is the world's leading luxury brand, making big bets on diamonds and diamond jewelry. They recently bought Tiffany because they felt that this had been an underperforming space. And Tiffany has recorded the 2 strongest quarters in its entire 100+ year history with Louis Vuitton running the company. So we see that as very exciting. We, of course, have 2 partnerships with Louis Vuitton on 2 of our largest diamonds, the 1,758 carat Sewello and the 549 carat Sethunya. So we think that, that the outlook is good, not only for producers, but obviously for diamond jewelry demand. And we're finally at a point where the fundamentals are really showing, real improvement.
So I love asking dumb questions. So this is going to be probably the dumbest question that you'll ever get. And I don't mind. But with those partnerships, when on both of those huge diamonds, the amazing carat count, I mean, that, you think about that in fantasy land, right? I mean, how does that work? For those partnerships, is it just shaving off a little bit of the diamond? You make little bits here and there? How does that work?
Well, you know what? That's a fantastic question, because the way that it works and the rationale for having a partnership like this is that we've long recognized that the diamond supply chain is really not very functional. You've got the producers on one side, you've got the manufacturers in the middle, and then you've got the big brands on the other side. And really, there's very little collaboration between all of those businesses. And what we've done with our manufacturing partner now that we've aligned with, HB Group out of Antwerp, who manufacture all of our diamonds greater than 10.8 carats, is we've put together, we've aligned our interests with our manufacturer, and we've further aligned it with Louis Vuitton. So we're all working now to identify a Louis Vuitton customer for those specific stones. So we're really working to turn this into a pull style sales system, where it's going to be up to that special customer to decide what they want to do with that diamond, as opposed to selling it to the manufacturer and the manufacturer saying, oh, I can make a 250 carat round out of that, I'm going to polish that and then hope I can find a customer to buy it. So it's really about tethering all of these businesses together in a much more logical way, where we create strong alignment, where we're all motivated to get the maximum value for that diamond, and ultimately build demand for these types of jewelry offerings in the future.
Very good. Well, with that, Eira, where can our audience go and find more information on Lucara Diamond?
So please go to our website, which is lucaradiamond.com, and you can find access to everything there. There's lots of good information, not only about our core mining operations in Botswana at the Karowe Mine, but also about Clara And of course, we've got a lot of information too on the work we're doing around sustainability, which is top of mind for a lot of investors today. And Lucara is doing a lot of great work there as well. We are a member of the United Nations Global Compact, and we report on 10 of 17 SDGs. You can find all of that information there. And of course, don't hesitate to reach out. And we hope to see you in Beaver Creek.
Very good. Well, Eira, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. I look forward to our next update.
Thanks. I look forward to it too. Thank you so much, Robert. Take care.
Thank you. Again, my name is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN.Network, and we're a proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek, a hybrid event this year happening September 8th through the 11th. Eira will be there giving an investor presentation, and thank you all for listening.